Ever started your day with big plans and suddenly it's 6 p.m. and you have actually ticked off only one task from your to-do list? Been there, done that. But in the year 2025, let's stop being busy and be more productive. A lot of people relate busyness with being productive, but that's not what it is. Being busy or being occupied with something doesn't necessarily mean that you have accomplished something on that day. It might just be you're busy figuring out things, but you have not ticked off the task. You have not completed the task that you were supposed to. So let's talk about the time management hacks that actually work. Hi everyone, my name is Shreyashi and I'm a software engineer by profession, and I like to make videos on skincare, lifestyle, travel, food, productivity, self-help, and so many more other things. If you are ready to take control of your life and get that stuff done, please hit the like button and let's get started. Number 1, the Pomodoro Technique. I can vouch for this technique. This is something that has really changed the game for me of how I accomplish and finish the tasks of the day. I started using the Pomodoro Technique when I was still studying, and there were so many things to accomplish. There were so many chapters and subjects that I had to finish up. I was always distracted, maybe on my phone or watching a series or something like that. And then I came across this technique and decided to implement it. And this technique is something that is still there with me. I still use this technique to get things done because I was very easily distracted and I didn't want that distraction, and Pomodoro is just the thing that you need. Well, the technique is very simple. You set your timer for 25 minutes. You completely dedicate yourself to that work for which you've set a timer. Okay, you are not looking at your phone, you're not talking to anyone, you are sitting in a quiet place working on your task for 25 minutes. That's it, just 25 minutes. And then as soon as the 25 minutes are over, wherever you are at that point, you just take a 5-minute break. You don't have to go overboard 25 minutes because then that just defeats the purpose of taking a break, and then sometimes you feel like, oh, I just have one passage to read and complete and one passage to write. No, it doesn't work that way. So just take a 5-minute break as soon as the 25-minute timer is up. There are various apps available. I will link them down below, and I'll also paste pictures of these apps that are available. And they just provide a Pomodoro timer. You just set the timer and it keeps working. Now this works in 4 cycles. 25 minutes work, 5 minutes break. 25 minutes work, 5 minutes break. 25 minutes work, 5 minutes break, and 25 minutes work. Then after the 25 minutes are complete, that means you are going to take a longer break, which will last for about 15 to 20 minutes anywhere, and then a next cycle begins. This technique is perfect for your focused sprints. For example, sometimes when I have to edit a video, I'll just put on the Pomodoro timer and I'll start editing, and then suddenly once my 4 or 5, or I think I take anywhere about 3 to 4 hours, once that is done, I'll just switch it off. And I have this sprint. I'm completely focused only on editing. I'm not going to divert myself by watching a video or watching a series or maybe talking to someone on my phone or anything like that, or browsing anything. Nothing like that. All I have to do is edit my video in that time frame. Second technique is time blocking. Now this method kind of changed my work week. I used to write those long to-do lists, okay, where you are every previous day I will write tomorrow I have to do this. Okay, now I have the tasks that I want to achieve the next day, but I do not have a time frame of when am I going to do that task. Say for example, I have to do 3 or 4 tasks other than my work, and then suddenly I'm like, okay, my work took 7 till 7 p.m. When am I now going to do the rest of the 4 tasks? So I started time blocking because my to-do list was there, but I never felt that I would get things done. So what I usually try to do, not always, but I try to write down the times. You can also color code your Google Calendar. I've seen this pretty color coded calendars as well. What I do is I write down reminders in my phone. Say for example at 3 p.m. I have to do this task, so my phone reminder goes on, the alarm goes on, and then I do that task. That's how I do it. You can use Google Calendar, which will send your invite, and color coded, you have everything blocked, so the next day when you wake up you see your calendar. I'm not a very big calendar person, so I don't do that, but you can definitely try that out. Number 3 is the Eisenhower Matrix. If you're always busy but you're not making any progress on your big goals, this matrix is for you. Now, there's a difference, as I earlier also said, in being busy and being productive as to accomplish your goals and ambitions that you have set for yourself, because you are kind of busy doing the unimportant tasks. So you're busy, definitely you're working on something, but those are not really important, and hence when you realize 6 months later you have not really accomplished your goals which you had set yourself 6 months before. And that is why this is a matrix that can really help you. This is a 2x2 matrix. You label out things like urgent, not urgent, important, not important. Now the Eisenhower Matrix helps you decide what you have to do now, what you can delegate to later, what do you want to schedule, and what do you want to ditch. So I kind of use this every Monday to prioritize my week, basically. When you start doing this, as in identifying the various tasks and which quadrant to put them into, you will actually be very surprised that so many things that are urgent are just mere distractions, and you are just getting distracted because some things you assume are urgent but are not really important. Look, I get it. We've all had those rolling fests going on our phones for 2 hours. Say that's one of the reasons why I really stopped using Instagram, is because I would open up my phone and if I wanted to check probably something else, but I would end up going to Instagram and then spending my 2 hours on Instagram just scrolling, and then I would feel guilty for days, and I'll be like, oh my god, I just wasted so much of time and I could have done this, I could have done that. But with productivity, it's not about doing more. Being productive doesn't mean you have to do so many different things in a day. It's about doing what really matters. Productivity should not be confused with accomplishing more and more in the day. It should be about accomplishing and finishing what really matters, what is important, and what is it that needs your attention. These tools and techniques just help you get more clearer vision as to what do you have to work on and what will help and what is important and what is not. Now, a few extra things that I do to keep myself on track are things like using as I said, I'm not big on calendars, but I do use my reminder section on phones and like a physical planner just to write things down so that I know I have a vision, as in, okay, this is what I have to do today and this is important, this is not. Maybe I will do this task at this time of the day and stuff like that, so that I know that these are the things that I have to do and this is the time that I have to do these things at. And yeah, rest assured, I know it will be done because I am constantly reminding myself of the important things. Now, another thing that I do is I plan my top 3 priorities the day before. So tonight I'm going to plan all the 3 top priorities that I have to do, or the tasks that I have to do tomorrow. As simple as getting your groceries for the day. These are things that need your attention, that need your physical presence. So you have to do it maybe once a week, twice a week. Third thing is extremely important, that has been a game changer, which is putting my phone away when I'm working on something. If I'm editing a video, if I'm working on my office task at home, if I am doing anything that's very important and I don't need any distraction, I just put my phone away in the other room. I don't have social media apps on my phone that I don't have to scroll, but you get phone calls, you get messages, and you're on WhatsApp and stuff like that, and then you just engage in that conversation. So maybe when you're working on something important, let's just not engage in any sort of conversation wherever it is happening, whether it's a phone call, WhatsApp, normal message, iMessage, anything else. Another most important is tracking your energy levels. Some people are morning risers, some people are night owls. Depending on what time of the day your energy is at its peak, do your deep work then. For me, mornings are when I'm highly energetic, and hence I allocate some of my time for doing the important things and deep work, like even my office and everything. I do it in the first half of the day when my energy levels are high. During the second half, it just comes I just get little, sluggish and not that energetic, and I still try to, not always that it happens. So I tend to be like more productive and get my important things done in the first half of the day. So time is our most precious resource, and with proper time management and these tools that I've provided, you can actually make sure that your time is not getting wasted in doing unnecessary things, because every hour counts. Try any of these time techniques, and just let me know in the comments how did it go for you. And yeah, that was it for the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share and subscribe. And also, if there are other techniques that you use for your time management, please do share them in the comment section below. Yeah, I'll be back with another video very soon. Until then, bye. Please like, share and subscribe.